God. Welcome in, spooks. We're just gonna have to cope with the sunlight. I thought it'd be so nice. I'd be bathed in light while I talk to you, but no, it's just in my face. If I stood, what would the solution be? To be here? Wait, can I go the other way? It's not great, is it? Okay, I found a position where the sunlight is not in my face, so we're gonna have to talk quick before that sun comes around. I have been meaning to talk to you about this unhaul I did in so long. I actually did the unhaul maybe 2 months ago, and I just haven't spoken about it, so I haven't been able to post it and show you. I think it's going to end up being a regular occurrence over the next few months. I definitely want to do one at the end of the year. When I put all of my 2025 books onto my shelf, I want to do a big clear out of everything on my shelf that I've left over that I don't want anymore, and also everything in my TBR cupboard behind you that I haven't been interested in picking up over the last few years. So we're doing another big unhaul, probably January, I guess it'll come out in January. But for now, this is the one that I did in September, maybe October, maybe it was October. But either way, it was quite a big one. I think I took maybe 19 books off my shelf this time, but I already had a stack left over from my last unhaul that I had done nothing with. So you will see in the clips, I go and take them to different locations to divvy out the books. There are a couple of newer books that I did put on Vinted and sold, but the majority either went to the Heartbound Van, which is a van bookshop. It's so cool. It's like all my dreams, but somebody else is living them, you know? You know what I mean? And I took one book to a village library, little library book swap thing. It's so cute because I was trying to pick ones that were in very good condition and that I thought that people would want to read. I didn't particularly like it, but somebody else may. And then the rest of them, which was a big bulk of it, all in a big box. My work has a book swap library, like an entire room for books, and it's very underutilized because it's quite new. So I took an entire box, hoping that might bring some interest to somebody else. Anyway, let's go back 2 months in time and see which books I unhauled and exactly where they went. I can't find my feather duster, so I'm just gonna have to work around the spider. If you see me running and screaming, that'll be why. That is 19 books. Let's take them to some good places. Welcome back. You may recognise me from the intro. I'm in the exact same position. It's about 1 second later for me, but actually in the timeline months have passed. So as I said, I think that was from September or October. It's now early November, and I'm so glad this video is finally going up because that was so cathartic. Getting some of those books off my shelf that have been there for so long, especially the John Green ones, where I read them at a time in my life where I loved them and John Green was massive. Looking for Alaska was like mind-blowing for me. I think I was maybe 18 when I read it and I loved it. But I'm holding on to them just for nostalgia, which seems kind of silly when they could be giving comfort to somebody else at their right time in their life. You know what I mean? And I have no intentions of reading them again. It is just, they're on my shelf solely for nostalgia purposes, and they're taking up this much space. There's like 5 books, I think, of John Green's that I gave away. Crazy. And as I said in the intro, I'm looking forward to doing a cull of the TBR cupboard behind you, because I know there are some books in there that I've had on my shelf for years and have no intention really of picking up unless the TBR game forces me to from the TBR jar. So I am very much looking forward to that, but I'm going to tie in with a reorganisation at the end of the year. So you will see another unhaul video probably coming in January, and I think that'll probably then be the last one for the next few months. I am really looking at my shelves now in kind of I want them to be a curated shelf of books that I deeply love, or if not loved, that I would recommend to other people. So that's why you'll have seen I gave Atlas 6 away to the Little Village book swap, because I did not like that book at all. No, not for me. The series itself, not for me. Olivia Blake, not for me. However, I know it's a beloved series, and I know that somebody else will see that and be like, hell yeah, I want to read that. So I will keep some books on my shelf that maybe I didn't like, but I love when someone comes round and I show them my shelves and they're like, oh, that looks good. And I'm like, buddy, take it. Buddy, take it. Bring it back. Bring it back. But take it. That's what I want my shelves to be. I want it to be like a little library for my friends and family. And I love nothing more than giving book recommendations and lending out books. Anyway, that is to say, I love having the whole library feel where I've got, like I said, a curated collection of books that I deeply love or think that other people would love and can trade them with my friends and family. Love that so much. So that's what we're working on. Hence why I've done quite a lot of unhauls recently, because I'm just trying to like get out all the old ones. And I know I've still got a couple on my shelf that I've seen since doing the actual recording of this video. I've seen a couple, I'm like, how did you get through? How did you get through? Next time, you're out of here, buddy. I'm looking at you, Diana Wynne Jones. I'm sorry. Not House Moving Castle, I would never. I think I've got, what is it? The Game by Diana Wynne Jones. I read that for, I think it was for a magical readathon prompt. It was just like average. I think I rated it 3 stars. I don't know how it managed to get out of being unhauled the last 2 unhauls I've done, but next time, you're on borrowed time, Diana. That sounds so threatening. Not literally, Diana. I'm sorry. Just the book. Just the book. And it'll go to a new home. That might be a really nice one to put in a village book swap, because it's a children's book, or like, yeah, it's just children's book. And it was so good for a child, for sure. I read it because I was just excited to read something by Diana Wynne Jones, because at that point I hadn't yet read, what is that god-awful sequel to House Moving Castle? You know the second one in the series? I read House Moving Castle, whatever the second one was, and the third one. Third one, great. So good. First one, great, obviously. Second one, oh my god, so bad. But anyway, I read The Game after reading House Moving Castle. I hadn't yet read the second one, so at this point I still had high hopes, you know? But anyway, there's nothing wrong with The Game. I think it would be great for a child to read, so definitely going to put that in the village book swap next time I do an unhaul. Borrowed time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad this video finally got to see the light of day. All I needed to do was just calm my brain down for 2 seconds and stand here and talk to you about what I did. But as always, thank you for being here. If you got to the end of this unhaul, put the little book stack emoji to reflect the 19 books that I did in fact unhaul in this video. Was it 19? Your memory will be better than mine because it's been a while. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in a video very, very, very soon. Bye!
Let me show you a place where you